Next News. Breaking news.
Marco Rubio revoked Tou Lue Vang's legal status after Tim Walz pardoned him. Let that hit you. Walz stepped in for a Laotian national convicted of sexually abusing a 10-year-old girl in Minnesota right before deportation. Right before, and Rubio had to come in and clean up the filth by yanking his status and getting ICE to remove him. That's the story. Not a glitch, not paperwork. A governor protecting a foreign child rapist, and the Trump administration shut it down. So stay with me, because the part Rubio said about what Vang called his crimes makes this even darker. Never endanger another American. That's Rubio's line after ICE removed Vang for good. And that's the stake right there. And I want you to sit with it for just a second. Marco Rubio is talking like a government that actually protects citizens, while Tim Walz acted like the defense lawyer for a foreign predator. Walz pardoned Tou Lue Vang after Vang was convicted of sexually abusing a 10-year-old girl. Rubio revoked his legal status. ICE removed him. That's the split you and I are living through right now. And it gets even bigger fast. President Trump just moved to shut down bank accounts used to facilitate illegal immigration and hold welfare for illegal aliens, with funds facing impoundment and seizure to go back to taxpayers. Good. Hit the pipeline, starve the machine. Meanwhile, in Texas, Lorenzo Salgado Arejo tried to evade arrest and ram ICE agents, and an agent fired in self-defense. Then Ana Navarro goes on TV naming illegal aliens while sneering at ICE. Listen to that sickness. They rage at the agents, they shield the invaders, and they expect you to call that compassion. See, Tim Walz wanted Americans to live with a predator in their midst, and that filth spreads in more ways than one. A 35-year-old man spent 8 months with blurry vision until doctors found a worm moving inside his eye after eating uncooked fish. The World Health Organization says that 1 in 2 are affected by parasitic infection prevalence, and it can hit as brain fog, chronic fatigue, pain that won't go away, IBS-like symptoms, even severe chronic conditions. Parasite Purge features Jonathan Otto's full-spectrum parasite elimination protocol, a typical cleanse alternative with science-backed parasite formula plus red and near-infrared light therapy for healthy cellular function and natural detoxification processes. You also get free bonuses, including the 10-day intensive parasite detox protocol to prepare your body, support the cleansing process, and to maximize your results. Go to purgemyparasitesnow.com, code NNN25, save 45% for a limited time, and shut the pipeline down. So he called his heinous crimes a minor thing. Was Rubio's line about Vang? That detail stopped me cold. A man convicted of abusing a 10-year-old girl brushed it off as a minor thing, and Tim Walz still handed him a pardon before deportation. I mean, tell me this is normal politics, right? No, it's rotten, and it's deliberate. And when you put that next to Shannon Dershow in Oklahoma, snarling, "I'm going to make it ICE agents' problem," you can see the whole anti-enforcement cartel right out in the open. Now I'm going to walk you through the receipts. Look on your screen. DHS removes convicted child rapist pardoned by Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. That's the headline. Walz pardoned the child rapist. Now he's out of the country. Marco Rubio lays out exactly how Walz shielded him and how the feds had to step in. This is Marco Rubio's official post, the Secretary of State.
Just weeks ago, a convicted sex offender and a foreign national was shielded from deportation by the governor of Minnesota. Laotian national Tou Lue Vang was convicted of repeatedly sexually abusing a 10-year-old girl in the state of Minnesota. He even tried to pay his victim for her silence, and he called his heinous crimes a minor thing. Just days before this foreign sex offender was scheduled to be deported, Tim Walz, the governor, issued him a pardon, setting him free to once again endanger the children of America. Well, this week I revoked his legal status in the United States, and as a result, federal agents took him into custody, and as of today, he has been removed from the United States. Because of our action, this foreign criminal will never pose a threat to any American ever again. Americans must never be forced by their elected leaders to live alongside foreign sex criminals who have no right to begin with to reside in our country. This administration will always stand with the American people and defend them from violent criminals.
Let's go, little Marco. Ha ha ha. So he made the charge plain. Walz helped stop the man's deportation until federal action reversed it. Rapid response zeroes in on Rubio's move and the Fox report backing it. Rubio steps in after Walz pardoned illegal child rapist before deportation. That's the headline at Fox. So while Rubio cleaned up Walz's mess, the media machine kept running cover. Watch Ana Navarro get checked in real time when Caroline Sunshine asks about an American killed by illegal aliens.
Have made efforts to try to get the abuses and excesses of ICE out of the headlines after Minnesota, which was, I think, such an outrage for most Americans when they saw people being killed in the streets of our country. This last case, it's not, again, it's something else that's not happening in a vacuum. It's the latest case that's happened, but there's been now at least 5 people killed by ICE in the streets of America. Ruben Rey Martinez, they killed a young man, they killed in San Padre Island in Texas. Silverio Villegas Gonzalez, Keith Porter, they killed him in LA. Renee Good and Alex Preddy, they killed them in Minnesota. And now Lorenzo Salgado Araujo. There's been
Do you know the names as well of Americans who've been killed by illegal immigrants? Do you have that list?
I know
too?
some of the names. I don't have the list, but I do know some of the names.
What are their names? What are some of their names?
Listen, we have heard all of the names.
No, just what are some of the names?
This is not me doing a contest of whether you know the names or whether I know the names. I want to pronounce these names because I think we need to put names and faces and stories. Right?
Absolutely.
Okay,
and to the faces of Americans who have been killed by illegal immigrants as well.
The people they killed don't have criminal records.
Okay, forgive me, but Ana Navarro, you are a piece of shit. That's what you are. You know, I don't like to cuss on my show here, but you know what? After seeing that, after seeing her run down the names of the Americans who were killed by ICE, or were they illegals? I don't know. Then they're getting called out. Who are the people that were killed by illegal aliens? Can you name them just as fast? Ana Navarro, no. This is not a contest of who can name names. Sheesh. Oh. Sorry, don't mean to cuss here. Not really my thing. But sometimes it just burns me up when I see this. Ana Navarro. Human garbage. Meanwhile, an Oklahoma State lawyer goes on camera, openly says she wants to make ICE agents' lives miserable. Shannon Deschereaux, Assistant General Counsel for the state of Oklahoma, goes on an unhinged meltdown, appearing to threaten ICE and saying she will not comply. And immediately afterwards, she shut down all of her social media. Libs of TikTok brings us this.
Conservatives really think they're doing something when they say just comply when it comes to ICE and United States citizens. And it just shows that they really just fucking chirp with no understanding of what they're talking about, because why the fuck would I comply with someone who has no jurisdiction over me? ICE has no authority and no jurisdiction over U.S. citizens. So why the fuck would I comply with an order given to me at gunpoint by somebody who has no fucking authority to make that order? I'm not going to. That's the fucking thing. And an ICE warrant, by the way, 99% of the time is an administrative warrant. It's not good enough for the fucking Fourth Amendment. It doesn't give you access to my house. It doesn't give you access to my car. And it certainly doesn't give you access to fucking arrest me. I was born here and I'm gonna make it an ICE agent's problem. I don't have to fucking comply with ICE because I was born here. And every citizen needs to have that fucking mindset. We need to make their lives fucking miserable. And that's exactly what we should be doing.
Who are these people? Who are, this is the, what? This is the attorney? This is the Assistant General Counsel for the state of Oklahoma. Nice haircut. What is that? What is that? What is that? What is it? Yeah. I don't even know. Where do I go from here? What do I even do now? Where do I go from here? Okay, here we go. Next, DHS releases what it says really happened in Houston when a Mexican illegal alien tried to ram ICE agents. July 7th, 6:50 a.m., law enforcement attempted to conduct a vehicle stop as part of a targeted enforcement operation to arrest an illegal alien. The driver of the vehicle, Lorenzo Salgado Araujo. Pronounce that. Araujo. Whatever. Not going to try to be living here anymore. An illegal alien from Mexico attempted to evade arrest. For information we're receiving, he rammed an ICE officer's vehicle, refused to follow multiple verbal commands, probably because he didn't understand the friggin' language. Weaponized his vehicle in an attempt to run over ICE law enforcement, resulting in an officer firing his weapon in self-defense. The driver was struck. Emergency vehicles contacted. The driver was transported to the hospital where he passed away from injuries. DHS leading investigation into the agent involved shooting. FBI Houston is leading an investigation into the potential assault on a federal officer, developing situation. Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers at ABC News shot and killed a Mexican national. Notice how they call him a Mexican national. Not illegal alien. He was a Mexican national, like he was like supposed to be here because he's a Mexican national. Oh, dude. Now the local report laying out the street level details. Here it is.
News from the Magnolia Park neighborhood. A man shot in the stomach with ICE agents and federal investigators on scene.
Okay, yeah, dude. You just F-A-F-O, man. F-A-F-O.
Within the last few moments, we've confirmed that man has died. Let's show you where this is happening at the intersection of Canal Street and Highway 90. KPRC2's Bryce Newberry is there working to gather the latest. Bryce, what have you learned?
Andy, federal agents just left Canal Street here in the last 30 minutes or so. They had been on this scene for about 8 hours, as we have just confirmed through an ICE spokesperson that an ICE agent opened fire and killed a Mexican national here on this street just before 7 o'clock this morning. What ICE is telling us this afternoon is that enforcement officers were out here attempting to pull over that Mexican national. He's been identified by ICE as Lorenzo Salgado Araujo.
Araujo, that's how you say it. Okay. Araujo. Thank you for that local report from 2 News. I mean, what is this? What is this? What is this? Who are these people who get these jobs? Shifting to Florida, state officials are now telling every law enforcement agency that cooperation with ICE is not optional.
Florida is putting pressure on local law enforcement to help enforce immigration laws. State leaders say some sheriff's offices and police departments still are not fully cooperating with federal immigration efforts, despite a state law that's been in place for more than a year. Now, the State Immigration Enforcement Council is sending warning letters saying it is time for every agency to get on board and start complying with the law.
Yep, that's what you got to do. Get on board and comply with the law. And if you don't remember, President Trump announces the executive order directing Vicente to shut down the bank accounts being used by illegals.
Look, we know that these rats will turn on each other. We heard today that one of the people who has been convicted of fraud, she was given $200,000 to bribe a juror, and she was so corrupt she skimmed $80,000 of it and only tried to give a $120,000 bribe. So we are going to offer whistleblower payments to anyone who wants to tell us the who, what, when, where, and how this fraud has been done. And I think that will give us a great leap forward on how to get it done.
Okay. Tim Walz issues the pardon. Just days before Tou Lue Vang's scheduled deportation. That's the load-bearing fact. Walz didn't get tricked. Walz didn't miss a memo. He used the power of his office to shield a Laotian national convicted of sexually abusing a 10-year-old girl. And he did it at the last possible moment. And then Rubio snaps back, revokes Vang's legal status, ICE takes him into custody, and now he's gone. That is America First governing with a spine. Look at the contrast around it. Shannon Deschereaux, an Oklahoma State lawyer, barked, "We have to make their lives effing miserable," referring to ICE. In Texas, Lorenzo Salgado Arata tried to ram agents during a targeted stop. These people don't just hate enforcement, they sabotage it, they inflame it, and Tim Walz puts his signature on the ugliest version of it. Tim Walz owes Minnesota an answer for pardoning Tou Lue Vang before deportation. Not a press shop excuse, not lawyer fog, an answer. Why did Walz use his office to help a foreign national convicted of sexually abusing a 10-year-old girl? Why did Rubio have to step in to finish the job? These are the questions every Republican, every sheriff, every parent should hammer until Walz chokes on the truth. And while the pressure builds, keep your eye on the bigger cleanup. Trump is going after the money with bank account shutdowns, impoundment, and seizure. Florida forcing local agencies to cooperate with ICE. Rubio already proved the administration will overrule blue state insanity when it has to. That's how you break the sanctuary racket. Cut the cash, back the agents, expose every bureaucrat and governor who's running interference. So yes, celebrate this win. A predator's gone. But don't let the people who protected him slither away in silence. Name them, corner them, and keep the heat on until every anti-ICE saboteur on the public payroll either complies or gets bounced. And you know what else is getting bounced? The notifications to all of our videos. So I set up this number so you can stay informed and get the notifications direct from me when YouTube doesn't send them. Oh yes, it's a frustrating world we live in when you're competing against big tech's censorship, but these are the tools we employ. Thousands of patriots are already signed up for it. They've already texted raw feed, that word you see right there, to that number you see right there, 844-840-4963. What are you waiting for? Get on the list and stay notified. And celebrate the wins here with the Next News Network by going to the merch shelf below this video.
The system controls information. Information control is power.
They don't want you to see this.
The truth only survives together. They don't want this shared. Share this now.